respect the taco. Enjoy your next carnitas tacos with a Jarritos.
Capital Tacos is an 8-unit fast casual chain with a scratch kitchen selling Tex-Mex food and related items such as cheesesteak tacos and hot chicken burritos, as well as queso bites, Mexican street corn, and more.
So yeah, Capital Tacos was founded in 2013 in Land O'Lakes, Florida, which is a suburb about 40 minutes north of Tampa. It was just a little hole in the wall, 1,000 square foot store. No sign was up, and really the ambition was to create a fast casual Tex-Mex that was really of a higher quality. Capital Tacos, we grill everything to order. We prep everything from scratch. We have a very wide and expansive menu. It's anchored by 13 flavor profiles that feature over a dozen different proteins with 6 or 7 homemade ingredients and toppings and sauces on each. You could have each one of those flavor profiles as a taco, a bowl, a burrito, a salad, or nachos. Tacos are a little bit less than a third of what we sell, so we really have an expansive menu. We have a lot of signature sides and starters that are very creative, chips and queso, of course. We have things like queso bites, Mexican street corn on the grill. So everything we do is really a labor of love. And our logo is called Done Right, and we don't take any shortcuts, whether it's in the back of the kitchen, whether it's grilling the food to order. So it takes a few minutes to come out, and we're fine with that. And the result is what we say is really the most, we really shoot for the most inventive and flavorful Tex-Mex out there. We lean into everything, and so we just launched our own take. We have a new item called the Birria Bundle. We sell birria tacos in a pair of 3s, but with a very unique process to get our version of that sauce for dipping. We just launched something called the South Beach Hot Chicken, which is our take on Nashville hot chicken. So there's a lot of creativity baked in there, and again, that's part of what inspires and motivates us is that we could always be working with different flavors. And another thing we did last year is a back to school special. We did for kids meals mac and queso, right? So we're always looking to bring in different flavor profiles and see what works and mix in kind of things that might be well known with our own Capital twist, things that we kind of come up with ourselves totally out of left field. And then there's some room for some traditional flavors as well on the menu. We think that combination is what makes us unique.
Although still a fairly small chain, it opened its first franchise location last year in its home market of Tampa, Florida, as well as a company-owned restaurant in the Orlando area, its first restaurant outside of its home market. And big-time expansion plans are in progress, with locations opening in the coming months in South Florida, Atlanta, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Colorado. The chain's brick-and-mortar locations are all second-generation restaurants, having taken over other concepts that didn't succeed.
Our restaurants have gone in where Moe's or Five Guys have failed, and we succeed. So we've always viewed, our view on real estate, I've always said, has been quite different than the standard in the industry. And really we look at it from how can we reach folks with our food and our brand in as many different ways as possible in a as efficient way as possible. So how quickly can we move? How capitally efficient can we move? How time-wise can we reach more people quickly? Part of our philosophy in general is inclusiveness. So when you look at our menu, there is something for everyone. If you just like tacos, great. But if you don't, as I said, the majority of what we sell are not tacos. So we have a dozen different proteins. You can come in and get a salad. You can come in and get 5 tacos. So it really extends to, the way we think about franchising too, is we want to make it accessible. We don't, to start, we don't want entry points that basically knock off, everyone who's ever worked in the industry. If you can't build up $1 million or $2 million bankroll, it's not accessible to you. So our brick and mortar entry point is, as low as $250,000 to $300,000. This knocks down an entry point from a franchising perspective to, the low 100s. And so,
since it was founded in Tampa, which is not a capital, why is it named Capital Tacos?
I wish there were a better answer. The short answer is that it's really just somewhere where, we think about as like kind of the capital of tacos, the capital in a community. We really wanted to just put a bold name down that, kind of spoke to, what our goal is. Like we want to be a central part of the communities that we're in. We want to be a central part of the conversation around tacos and Tex-Mex. And so, we just, the name Capital Tacos was available, and we thought it worked for what our ambition was. And so that's why it's called that.
Capital Tacos is community-oriented with chalkboard walls for kids to play with, and also retro pinball machines.
There's a quirkiness to the brand that also, again, goes back to the original store, and we try to keep true to it. And we have, an old Pac-Man machine in there. It can't fit a pinball machine, but once we got a store big enough for pinball, and again, it's kind of the things we geek out on. So like, we could, it's just like everything. We don't cut corners. We could put cheap pinballs machines in there, but we don't. I mean, we have, a retro Simpsons pinball machine that's a collector's item, right? We have people that love pinball. Like, we've been on pinball blogs. We're like, you got to go to Capital Tacos to try that machine. We have Star Wars machines, and so it's something we get to we have Deadpool, and my partner's a huge, Deadpool fan. So it's another element we could just kind of geek out on. So we really try to focus around that. And the chalkboard walls are really cool because they become kind of hubs of the community. You see kids put their stuff on there. You see, high school football teams put their stuff on there. We're about to partner with the college where we're going to do, local art competitions. Whatever student comes in from the college and does the best art for a month, it gets voted on by that college. The student population is going to win something. And so, you'd be surprised with the chalkboard wall. I mean, you don't normally get to go into a restaurant and kind of write on the walls, and we just thought, hey, that would be fun. And obviously,